So I want to talk about something I've been thinking about for the past few weeks, past week or two, about SummerSlam. Now I'm going to do a full SummerSlam like prediction video probably later in the week. So look forward to that, telling you what I think is going to happen. But I want to talk about one angle specifically, and that is Seth Rollins and this injury, because people are quite confused here. You've got some people saying it's a shoot injury, it's a real injury. You've got other sources saying that no, it's not, it's part of a storyline. Then you've got other sources saying, well, there was an injury, but it's not the one that you think. So Seth has another injury that's not related to the LA Knight match from Saturday night's main event that he's not revealing to people, right? So one of these three things, is likely true, but I want to talk about what I think. Now, you may want to put your tinfoil hat on this one, because I'm going to give you a prediction. And by the way, I don't think I'm the only one who figured this out. I think there are others who have too. Please leave a comment and let me know if you agree or if you figured it out or if maybe your idea slightly differs from mine. So if you notice, they haven't talked a lot on TV about Seth Rollins. Paul Heyman said he'll be out for a long time. Seth said he'll be out for a long time. But they haven't gone into what the injury is. Now, prior to this Seth Rollins injury with LA Knight, there had been a number of real injuries in the ring. Who could forget Liv Morgan? She got hurt. They had to stop the match. The match was just stopped. They took her out of it. Zoe Stark, a few weeks before that, was hurt on television. They stopped the match to take her out of it. It was a three-way that became a one-on-one. So recently, we've had a couple of real-life accidents, real-life injuries in the ring. And protocol is somebody gets hurt, they stop the match, and they take that person to the back. Now, does this hurt the storytelling of wrestling? Maybe, maybe not. I think the audience now kind of understands what this is. Back in the day, what they would normally do is they would come up with a finish or change the finish, or they would do what they're doing now, except they wouldn't go into detail. Because, the reason why I'm saying this is because we oftentimes see injury angles, and when they do injury angles, they don't stop the match. You understand what I'm saying? They just let things go. So now we live in a different era where, for the safety of the performers, you really do want to get them out of there because something worse could happen. So here's what I think the story is. I think there's a possibility that Seth really is hurt, but I think what they were thinking was they're going to use the recent string of real injuries, Liv Morgan, Zoe Stark, etc., to try to trick people. And I think that in the Seth Rollins LA Knight match, the backflip that Seth took, I watched it and I really looked closely at his knees, and it looked fine. It looked fine. Now, again, that doesn't mean it's fine. You don't have to have a bone popping out for it to be an injury. You understand? When Liv Morgan was hurt, I saw that a couple times and I had to go into super slow motion to really see it. But for Seth, I thought it was part of the story. So Seth goes back. He's hurt. They do the thing where the camera's not really focused on him. And then he gets up and LA Knight gets him in the BFT and pins him 1, 2, 3. So I think, this is what I think the story is going to be. Seth is not actually injured. Or if he is, it's not that serious. And I think the story is going to be that he was pretending to be injured in the match. So that way, whatever happens at SummerSlam, he can cash in on the winner of Punk and Gunther, because both those guys, especially Punk, will have a they'll have their guard down. They'll have a lowered guard because they're not going to know that Seth is healthy. They're going to think Seth is out. They're going to, Punk in the back of his head will say, well, at least Seth's not going to screw me out of this title. And that's when Seth cashes in either on Punk when he wins the title, or during the match with Punk and Gunther, turning it into a three-way. And I think the story that they're going to reveal is that Seth will say that he tried to pretend to be hurt to fool the entire company and all the fans, which he's doing for a lot of people, and that LA Knight took advantage of him being down, hit the BFT and pinned him, and that was not part of the plan, but everything else was part of the plan. Like, everything else was part of him and Heyman's plan to make Punk feel like he's safe when he's really not. This could, of course, lead to both LA Knight and CM Punk being challengers to Seth's World Heavyweight title. This is how I think it's going to go down. But a lot of people are saying that they were going to do something like this, but it's changed. I think that this is the actual solution. Seth might be hurt because of something else, but it might not be enough for him to sit out the cash-in. And the fact they're being so vague, because WWE's being really vague about the injury. They're not showing or talking about Seth going to Dr. Andrews or any of these guys. You know, they usually will do something like that. They haven't done any of that. At least I haven't seen it. So to me, this whole sort of gray area where we're not sure if he's hurt or he's not, I think that's all being done from Seth and Paul Heyman as a ploy to eventually screw over Punk and, in turn, Gunther at SummerSlam. That's my prediction. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Am I nuts? Is there something I missed? Please tell me. Take care.